Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Kamal and Spike, streaming live from
Mike's in his messy office.
eastern part of these here United States, northeastern part of these here United States. United States of America, that is.
Then exactly.
By the way, retail sales 3.7% better than last year for the Christmas season. That's the official forecast by MasterCard. Came out
Okay.
today. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Better than average growth. Better than an
I'm not
average year.
surprised. I'm not
So the
surprised.
consumer is still holding up. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow with the Fed meeting? Anything?
Huh. I guess he's gonna threaten. He's gonna be like a stern parent. He's gonna threaten. Now I'm really thinking about raising rates, and I'm like this close to doing it. So if you're not good, I'm gonna raise rates, but maybe I'll give you a little bit of a break right now.
Well, I think he always tries to put the fear of God into us.
Yeah, well, he put the fear of God and threw it up by 0.25.
But
This
I
time he's
think tomorrow we won't see a hike tomorrow, right?
I don't think we'll see a hike tomorrow. Just a lot of
May-
bluster.
Maybe November, and we might get one more.
So
But
what if
it's
what if he hikes? What if he hikes like 1/8 of a point or something? I think
I
there
don't think
will
they
be.
can.
And
Can they? I never heard of that.
I thought they do.
They
No.
really?
you split the difference. I haven't heard that. I heard much of that either.
Or maybe they'll do 3/8 or
Right. Well, it's
seven
like
or
let's stop doing
seven
it with
sixteenths.
let's
Maybe
stop
they'll
doing it
do
in terms of
seven
eights like the stock
sixteenths.
market. Then start doing hundreds.
Look, I think he's going to say the usual: data dependent. We're going to look every month at the data, and based on the data, we'll make our decisions.
So do you think
But he's
the
not going to back
inflation
off
under
from his two
control?
percent. Will At what point will he back off from 2% inflation to being the goal?
Oh
I
boy.
think he has to.
If he stays with that, then he's going to want to raise even now.
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
he
he
sort of
has to back
moderates on
off.
that, then that could be justification.
Hey, you know who's with us today? Who found us today? Haven't seen
Hey,
Pete in a
hey,
while.
Pete.
Whenever Pete joins us, there's usually some news on Athesis.
Ah,
Well, I something gives me the feeling that Pete's come off of Athesis. He even took it off of his handle.
Oh yeah, it
Maybe
used to
he's
be part of his name.
yeah. So I think he's more moderate now in terms of
Yeah,
Athesis, as we all should be.
he's moving over from the left to the center. So the Mastercard retail forecast for the Christmas season is 3.7% year over year. That's pretty better than average.
So
If
does
that
that mean
happens.
Walmart? Does that mean it's time to get into Walmart and Target?
I think so. Target is bouncing off the lows of the year, multi-year.
Well, that's
I think
good.
it bounced off 118. I
I
don't know
was
what
because
where it
my
goes.
price on that was around 160, and I was happy to get it there. But now it's like what 120?
118 last I looked.
Yeah,
But I think
so again,
maybe it's
it's
time
the
to
season.
it's
It's the
100. It's
seasonal thing.
120 now.
nibble at on a little target, maybe.
I have to. I have to. It's not even nibbling. It's averaging down.
You know what happened with you? They pulled a huge boner, in my
Yeah, a
opinion.
huge bono. I saw that something about them changing their pricing model or something, or putting a
Yeah, they're trying to
paywall.
charge a small percent, like the royalty for every time the game is played that has their software.
Oh, give me a break. That's like somebody
Up
tried to.
to 4%, share in the profits up to 4%.
That's nuts. That's like
It is
somebody
nuts.
trademarking the word the. So every time you write
And
the
it's
word the,
also like the double jeopardy. They charge for licensing the software.
that's
I could see
nuts.
it if the software is free, and then you charge per use,
Wow,
but
the
not
stock
both
really tumbled.
ways.
It went down from 36 to 32 on that news.
I sold a little at 49.
Why don't you tell me about that?
But now I've been buying from 40 on down.
Yeah,
So I'm underwater on my recent purchases.
more good news just keeps on coming, huh?
Also, I've been averaging down on
Next you're gonna tell
nvda.
me that Amazon's down.
I've been averaging down on nvda, averaging down on smci.
Oh,
And
Amazon's down.
that's not pleasant. I hate averaging down, but I figure
So what's
NVIDIA,
Nvidia at?
why not load up at lower prices? I think 600 is a fair target for NVIDIA.
Well, it's
Wow,
Like
that's-
within a
435
year.
now.
So why not buy some at around 400?
Yeah, if it goes that low, sure.
Yeah. Kamal doesn't like the gap all the way down to 306. And NVIDIA is volatile enough to fill that gap. I wouldn't be totally shocked. Right, Kamal? Kamal, you wouldn't be totally shocked.
Yes, and I draw a line today. I was gonna ask you to look at NVIDIA, the 6 months chart, and you can see a bottom line, a channel.
Okay.
Well, yeah, why don't we do that?
It's well defined. It hits like multiple points.
Okay. And
Are
a
you-
Supermicrocomputer Inc. is sliding right with NVIDIA. Both of them. So I'm
Oh, yes,
averaging
CCI,
down on
really?
that one. I'm averaging down on you. Lately, I'm averaging down, which is against my principles, but I'm doing it anyway.
Well,
Sometimes you don't listen to your
that's what
own.
they told me to do when I kept on holding on my track. They said, well, if you're going to hold on to it, at least average down the price. So if it
Well,
does,
yeah, but I'm thinking I'm averaging down on quality. That's the difference. At least
hey,
I'm. At
I
least
resemble that. I resemble that remark.
Resemble it.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah. So I'm going to share a screen and look at a few charts because we
Let's
don't
start
have
with
all day.
NVIDIA.
All right. It's on my list. So why not? NVIDIA down again today, I think.
Yeah.
Bitcoin got a little bump up today. So how did the averages close? They didn't close that badly. The Dow down 0.22, the Dow down 0.3, S&P down 0.2, NASDAQ down 0.2. Very modest losses in the indices. Not bad. And U is actually up today after getting slaughtered. Bitcoin is up 1.59% today. MicroStrategy is down, however. SPY is down 0.21 in line with this SPX. Target up slightly. Walmart down 4 pennies. All right. NVIDIA down another $4 to 435. At some point, like 403, I'm looking at an entry point on NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get there, but you'll see what I'm talking about. 6 months.
You have a nice look at this. You can see the line.
Exactly. That's what I'm
with the
talking about.
naked eye.
Yeah.
You can
Just
see it with the naked eye.
yeah.
Yeah, you can see this line with the naked eye. Nice
I drew this
trend
line
line.
yesterday. I drew it, and I thought that was interesting.
You know, 3 points makes a trend line. So we got it.
Yeah, that's the line I did. You see how many times it hits?
Yeah, a lot of hits. Three. Well, I see three and a
Three,
half hits, four hits.
correct.
Call it four.
So
And
I don't,
we just bounced off of it yesterday.
correct.
I think it hit 420 yesterday. That might be the low. It might be a good time to get in to Nvidia. Maybe it runs back to 500 again. Right? I hope so because I'm
So,
accumulating.
so depending on what the Feds say tomorrow, it might hit that line again. If it hits that line again, I'm buying some.
Yeah. And then you have further support right here at the 100. So let's say it goes below that line. You can buy again at the 100. The 100 is at 408.21. Figure 410.
Right.
So it's not bad at all. Just below the line is about 422. Another dime, and you got it at the 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got another buying opportunity down there. And the low since it made that gap up is what's the low? The low is 366. Wow. It could get there. And then to fill the gap would be the gap would be 306.
Yeah, but then that would
I
be
sure
that the
hope it
market.
doesn't fill the gap, but if it fills the gap, you know something, I'm not even that worried. I'll just keep buying.
Okay.
You gotta take a longer point of view on Nvidia.
I agree.
All right.
I think there is something else I read in the news that the US government now is preventing Nvidia from selling its chips to like a list of countries. In fact, they're saying that they need permission from the US government to sell their chips overseas.
There's a lot of meddling by all the governments. The Chinese governments are preventing certain sales as well.
Right.
So it goes both ways. SMCI hit the 100 today and bounced. I just keep adding a little bit. I started at about I forget, not too much higher than where it is, but I'm averaging down. I'm hoping that I don't need to average below today's low. I think maybe that's it. Today's low 239. I could see that being the bottom at the 100. Tomorrow it's going to be a little chaotic with the Fed meeting, though. You always get volatility. Maybe you won't this time because everyone's expecting it to be a yuan, unless there's a surprise. I don't think we get much volatility. There's not as much as normal. At least I hope not. So SMCI, I can only tell you what I'm doing. I'm averaging. Same with NVIDIA. I mean, the chart is not great. It made a new low, lower than the 818 low of 235. Did it make lower than that? Today was 239. Not close. Very close. All right. So U is another one that's got me hanging on the ropes. Unity. There's been insider selling, which I don't love, of course. But I thought the chart would hold up. And in particular, I was expecting the 200 to hold up. Well, it's unclear whether the 200 is going to hold up or not. So if we get another big red candle leaving space below the 200, I just might be out. I'm not going to stick around forever. Even though I think long term it's a great play, I
Well,
just
we'll
don't
have
like.
opportunities again when it starts giving the nibble signs.
Well, I don't know if it's a nibble sign or the sell sign.
No, I'm saying later on.
Yeah, later on. The thing is, it might just turn around now. There's a green shoot in the candle today, right? It actually closed up on the day, which is very encouraging. And it closed at the 200, which is encouraging. Not below, but right at it. I believe right at it. Let's check that. It closed today at 3405 after hours, and the 200 is at 3409. So very close. Well, pretty much exact. What we need tomorrow is a green candle that opens above the 200 and closes well above it. Then you buy more. But right now it could go the other way. It's very iffy. I don't like when it hovers at 200 mark. Hovering the 200 is scary. So I'm probably, if it goes, it opens lower and stays red the whole day, I'll probably trim at least, if not sell. If not sell all. Target is, we mentioned Target, right? Did we mention it?
Talked about it.
Talked about it. So here's Target. It made a multi-year low yesterday, and is trying to bounce off that low with the
I had to get back in there.
optimistic
I had to.
Christmas forecast that we got today from MasterCard, and the fact that they announced that they're hiring like crazy. They're starting all kinds of promotions early. Target looks interesting to me. I think we could get a bounce, short-term bounce, or maybe even a long-term bounce right through Christmas. Might get a Christmas rally on Target. And Walmart held up much
You know,
better than
Walmart's actually becoming a real stock. I mean,
always
for a
has
while it
been.
wasn't doing anything, and now it's actually making some really good moves.
Yeah, it found support at the 12-day, right?
It looks like a channel, right? Do you see that channel there?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Or a
Sort
wedge.
of went up the same time the target went down, which is sort of interesting.
Yeah.
That string of greens was around the same time as the string of reds.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a wedge type formation than it is a channel. So you have your ascending wedge, which traders don't like.
Right. And maybe there'll be an opportunity to get in at around 155.
Yeah, I might sell off to the 50 day moving average, right around
Okay.
159. What is that? 159? I can't see.
Yes, that is.
And Bitcoin had a bounce today for change. Bitcoin's breaking out, I think. It built a Professor Spike bottom base. I would say this constitutes a Professor Spike bottom. So I think we had that. And it seems to have broken out after that bottom has been solidified. So this might be a good play to get into some Bitcoin or Bitcoin related plays like MicroStrategy and others. Here we have the bottom, right? Doesn't that look like a Professor Spike type bottom?
Yes, it does. Although I like my bottoms a little rounded than that.
A little rounder. No,
Yeah.
you say it's a process. Well, we had the process. The process took a long time, many weeks, right?
Hmm.
Bitcoin
Yeah.
looks like it's bottomed, and it looks like it's breaking out. Of course, you got to be wary of the 200 just above. It clears the 200. You got what is that? The 50 above it. That's the. I think
That's
it's
the
the 50.
50, right? And
No,
that's your
this is the 50. That's
that's
the
your that's
100.
100. Yeah.
So we got to clear the 200. We cleared the 50 today. We got to clear the 200 and the 100, and then it could run. Actually, I think the key test is the 200 just above. That's the key test. It gets past the 200. I think it's a strong buy on Bitcoin. The 200 is 27,000 something or other, 736. Where are we now? We're about 600 under it. 600 is nothing. That's like one day for Bitcoin.
Exactly.
We also had a gap up on this nice green candle today. It's good to see Bitcoin finally look like it's doing something. It's been a long process, this basing. But I'm thinking that we could have a breakout and a run on Bitcoin. What else did I throw up
Well,
there?
we have a question about Tilray, which has been disgusting the hell out of me for the last 5 years or 3 years.
Well, it bounced. Didn't it double from $1.50 to $3 or something?
Did it?
I think it did.
Oh,
What was the
that's not.
low down here? The low was I don't know, about $1.50, almost a double. Well, let's see. At the top, it was definitely a double.
Yeah. Okay.
The top was 330. So we more than doubled. Now it's come back down to the 200. It looks like a good buy here at the 200, right? Oh, it went below. Uh-oh. Still a
Yeah.
good buy at the 50. I think it's worth nibbling if you think marijuana stocks should deserve a place in your portfolio. This is probably the best one.
Well, the other ones, Aurora Cannabis has actually been behaving a lot better lately.
What is Aurora's symbol?
Yeah, I think it's AUR. I'm not sure.
Forget what it is.
Yeah, let me take a look.
I haven't looked at it in such a long time.
I know. I mean, I've been holding on, but not smartly.
And there's also the CRON, and there's also CGC, right? Those are the others.
Right.
I think if you feel compelled to own a pot stock, this is probably the one. Unless you go for something like a Curaleaf, with dispensary. That might be. You want to throw that? I'll throw that up. That looks nice.
Is this Curly? Oh, yeah.
Similar run. Very nice.
No, you're looking at Cardinal Energy. You're not looking at Curaleaf.
Oh,
I think
well,
you have
Cardinal Energy looks nice.
Yeah, Cardinal Energy looks good.
What's the symbol? C. I forget. Curl F.
I think
Curl
it's
left, I think it was.
Curl F.
Yeah, it's Curl F, right? There you go.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
It had its pullback. Maybe it's time. Or maybe not. Maybe it pulls all the way back to the 50 or the 200.
Right.
Yeah, I see that.
It's looking like a meme stock.
Yeah, maybe you look to get in the high threes, 375, something like that.
Right.
because of this huge candle today, it makes me nervous. This huge red candle. So probably a lot of profit taking after the run from the bottom. I had SMCI,
Yeah,
I had
the
Google.
issue, the big issue with all of these was whether or not the Fed was going to recognize them enough to be able to avail themselves of traditional banking services, and they're still on the
Google,
out.
Google is definitely an AI play. You have to admit that. It's Google and Microsoft on the Chat GPT and Bard. So these two are fighting it out,
Why not?
along with
Why not?
Open.
Why not IBM and Watson?
IBM is definitely an AI play, definitely a quantum computer play,
Because
and it's
they're
and a cloud play.
advertising for like a piece of Watson.
And a cloud play. I like IBM. IBM is way ahead on IBM. But I wanted to look at Google because Google's been in the news. I forget why. The SEC is mad at them again about the browser inquiry.
Oh yes, there's some monopolistic behavior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. They're
Yeah.
making, but it seems to have a tough time. It's having a tough time getting over the hump. It seems to have found the top, a Professor Spike top.
Yes, indeed.
So the
Consolidation.
opposite of Bitcoin, right?
Let's see. I mean,
It looks like a Professor Spike base topping
the base, yeah,
possible.
but that but it doesn't look like it's poised to go down.
Well,
That looks like it's poised. That looks like it's consolidating to go back up more.
it's got to go through that. Otherwise, it's
Yeah,
poised to
yeah,
go
right.
down.
So it'll stay underneath for a little while and
It
then
looks
let it.
it looks like it's come to a head now,
Yeah.
right? It looks like it's got a what's that word? SH or get off the pot.
Yes. Right. Paint or get off the ladder.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever the expression is.
Well, that's the nice Midwestern version.
Yeah,
Paint or get off the ladder.
Midwest. Yeah, I mean, this definitely looks like it's come to a head right now. So it's either going to break that line of resistance or it's going to go down. If it goes down, it's likely to go down to this low of this candle,
Or to fill the gap.
132 at least, maybe as low as a 50. So we
Or
have a Google, one way or the other, it's going to move because it hasn't moved in too long a period of time. I think it either breaks north or south, but it's not going to stay at this level for long. That's what I'm thinking. And I like them actually to win the AI war over Microsoft. I think Bard. There was news on Bard today that they made it very almost error free now. Bard. So they're improving they're improving their AI chat with Bard. You like Bard or you like Chat GPT?
I don't play with either of them yet.
I like Bard a little better. I think we covered quite a lot of ground.
Well,
ASML.
you had ASML and AMD. I'm still in AMD. I'm hoping that's smart.
ASML is on a downtrend. They provide the machines for making the chips, right? and they've had a fall from grace. It's tough to know when to get in. This is a Professor Spike nibble,
Yes. Well, that actually,
a
I
very
guess
small nibble, a munch, a
I
nosh.
wouldn't. I wouldn't nibble yet.
Maybe not. Let's look at the 5 year.
Huh. What does this company do?
They,
Like you said,
they provide the machines to make the chips.
I
They
see.
make the machines that they need to make the chips. Kind of like Applied Materials. I think that would be a rival.
Gotcha.
The chart, the long-term chart shows that I think we're challenging a recent low. The recent low, did we go through it? 589. We're right there. We're right there. So if we take, if it goes below 589, I think you look to get in at a low of about 520. It could drop to that low. I mean, anything's possible with these volatile stocks, but it's a great company. So it's at what could be a bottom, could be. Or then you also look what's down below the 200. The 200 is at 553, something like that. So you have this could be a good nibble, and then you buy
Yeah. No.
more at
If you look this
553.
long term, it's definitely giving the nibble sign.
Yeah, then you buy more at 553. I made AMD a stock of the week last week. I guess it was a little too early, right?
No, no, it did make a bit of a move. I thought over the. What are you now? You're at 5 years still. So if you look at the
Oh,
last 6 months,
all right.
I think you see that it might not be a bad. Oh yeah, you're right. It is still languishing a little.
Yeah. It looks similar to ASML, except the 200 is, I'm eyeballing the 200 here. The 200 is at about 95 bucks.
Hmm.
And what about this recent low? That was at 99.58. That's also key level, 99.58. I think it's pays to munch a little AMD. They're part of this whole AI thing.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they've been the number two player, which for me wasn't necessarily bad news, but
Doesn't it look
we
like
are sticking
ASML
to
when I drew that line under the previous low?
yeah.
It's very similar. All right, so munch a bunch
Yeah,
of
right, exactly.
AI.
Maybe it is time to, for me at least, average down a little bit.
Do you see a
Yeah,
line in the bottom there?
I bought when I talked about it at 106. It immediately went to 108, and I said, "Oh, I'm smart." Then it
Yeah,
went down to
exactly. Right.
100.
Do you see a line in the bottom there, Dr. J?
A line at the bottom,
Yes. If you drew a line
not the
across.
one I drew.
I don't see the one you drew.
I drew this one.
No. I'm talking a channel line, like a slope.
Oh, going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
From
I see it.
going down, there's a downward channel.
Not the downward channel. It's you see that line, and then back in May, and then
Do you
back.
mean this move over here?
No, no. You see
This
where it
move
is
over
now?
here, back from
Yes,
May
yes.
4th?
From here to yes. If you draw a
Yeah, that
line
was a
across,
nice move. And it filled the gap, didn't it?
It's
well, yes,
108
totally.
filled the gap. It did a
Right.
gap fill. I
Yeah, but
like AMD here. Whether you buy it here or at
so,
99.50, what's the difference? You're going to keep it. I think it's a good. I think it's a buy. I think ASML is a buy, AMD is a buy, NVIDIA is a buy, SMCI is a buy. Of course, these are all my opinion, and my opinion is strictly my own, not investment advice. As always, for your own due diligence and so on and so forth. Isn't that right? That's how we live by that.
Yes.
Our opinions strictly our own. I make my own lousy decisions.
You're right.
Or if they happen to be
And
good,
nobody wants to follow me down my channel to hell.
I can definitely take credit when they're good because I don't listen to anybody. I don't
Yeah,
listen.
I do a line.
I mean, I listen, but I don't listen. You know what I mean?
Right. You listen, but you don't obey.
Yeah, I hear it, but I don't listen, or something like that.
Well,
We're definitely at the bottom of a horizontal channel, Kamal.
Yes, I just drew on my computer, on my laptop, a 1-year chart. If you look at the 1-year chart and you draw a line, you have multiple hits.
Yes. If you go
See,
back to
all the way up there.
go back to January 5th of 23. Yeah, I see that. It's a long-term trend line.
Correct, and it's hitting it right now. Yep, you see,
Right there.
kind of. Yep. Just gonna load.
Yeah, we're testing the long-term trend line. We're at the bottom of a horizontal channel. We're testing. We're approaching the 200. We're approaching the recent low. It looks like a time to nibble on AMD, in my opinion. So that's it. Anybody, any other people want anything? Any
No, not
requests?
really, not today.
Okay, so that's it. We're done.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good week.
Thank you all for coming. Who came today? Let's give him credit. Mop
Mostly Mop
Bucket
Bucket.
came. He asked for Tilray. And what
That's
else?
pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we'll see
All
everybody
right, Pete.
on the by and by.
Pete, good luck with Athesis, Pete.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Good
he's
luck.
still in it.
That's us all.
Adios, amigos, and ciao.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.